everybody!
Hello.
If you remember, this is
Daniel.
the boyfriend.
The boyfriend.
And, guess what?
What?
This video is my 100th video!
Woo!
Bow, 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 bow. I would have gotten some, those things. What are those?
I don't know what you call those.
Me neither.
And some fireworks downstairs we can light.
I would have gotten some party things, but as you can see, this is not much of a party.
Gee, thanks.
Nothing against you, but where was I gonna go and get things? This video has been a long time coming because months ago, back in June, my leg got broke. This leg.
Yep, her left leg.
Here. And that I just did, that's the extent of it. That's all I can bend. Oh. I'm not happy.
You've made really good progress though.
I guess. What happened was Daniel had gotten this motorcycle just like in April or something.
So I got a new motorcycle and we decided to plan a trip and ride the parkway from Virginia back here to home. So Friday night after work.
And I've never been on I've been on the motorcycle, but only to like dinner.
Yeah, it's just local rides. So she was a trooper, and Friday after work, we jumped on the interstate and we rode all the way up to the peaks of Otter Lodge up in Virginia, which is about 3.5, almost 4 hours away. And she was a trooper. We got there a little after midnight.
It was stressful.
It was stressful. Anyway, the next morning started out, good morning, just a casual ride. We met some friends up there. And we kind of pulled off different overlooks and took some pictures.
Yep, I'll show them in the video.
So we jumped back on the bikes. We were actually headed to find a restroom. And just riding along. And Stacy, she grabbed my back and I hear her yell through the helmet. And
did I?
You did? Because you saw the deer run out from the side of the woods. And
it was a deer.
It was a deer. We were doing the speed limit on the parkway. We were not speeding, just casual riding. Deer ran out from behind the bank at an angle, ran towards us, and that's when Stacy grabbed me. I saw the deer when it was literally right beside the bike, and I just kind of, I braked, and the deer came across the front of the motorcycle. I think in the accident we broke it.
If we had a little model motorcycle.
Yeah, so, you know, motorcycle, deer ran at an angle, and its neck kind of wrapped around the front of the bike. And as it did that, the deer spun around, and that's when it took off my side box and hit her leg. No, I didn't know it hit her leg, I just knew that it took my side box off.
But you didn't wreck the motorcycle.
No, we kept the motorcycle up.
Straight up, and he pulled over to the side of the road.
I pulled over the side of the road, got off the bike. It's like, man, I gotta pick up all this stuff that's in the road, all the plastics and stuff that got broke. And that's when we found that Stacy was hurt. She was tough. she managed to get off my bike. Luckily, our friends that were behind us, his wife was a nurse, so she came up and looked at her leg. She's like, "We need to get her to a hospital." So because my bike was so tall, we weren't putting her back on mine, so I picked her up and set her on my friend's motorcycle, and I drove his motorcycle.
I hopped across the street.
You did. You hopped across the parkway. And we rode
on one leg, and we rode like half an hour
30 minutes to the nearest hospital.
To the next hospital on the back of a motorcycle. So, oh dear.
Oh dear.
I don't like deers. I guess plural for deer is deer.
Yes.
I don't like deer.
So I did a little research after the accident, and apparently right in that area there's an overpopulation of deer that they try to control by hunting, but apparently hunting is kind of fallen off in that area. So if you're against hunting or anything like that, know that hunting has a purpose for overpopulation of stuff like that.
So he didn't get hurt at all. Lucky.
I hurt on the inside.
I hurt on the inside too. And then, so the part of my leg that's broken, it, you know, like if this was your leg, it didn't break here. That would have been a lot easier. No, it broke here, up into the knee.
Yeah, it broke both bones right below her knee.
So that's why I can't bend it very much, and my knee hurts, and I just haven't been doing a lot of crafting until very recently. A couple weeks ago, I started doing some more cross stitching things because I just wasn't comfortable. And I've been staying at my mom and dad's house.
Yeah, they have no stairs. And stairs are the enemy here at her house.
Well.
It's 2 flights anyway to get into the house.
But I'm probably, I hope, closer to the finish line than I am to the start line with all of this. So, thanks for not putting the bike down.
Anytime.
It could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't.
I just sucks that this happened at all.
I know it does.
I had, for my 100th video, I had some people submit some questions. And I'm going to have you read some questions.
First question.
Wait.
Why did the deer cross the road? Oh, too soon?
Yeah. I had a question on Instagram from Gina, and Gina asked me, how do you organize your floss? I have the DMC floss here with me. I don't have any of the specialty flosses that they come on the little cards hanging down. Those kind of flosses I have on like a key ring type thing, but it's big, it's like a ring like that. And I've put those on a hook on the side of shelving that's in the craft room. So those are all at home. I am not at home right now. I am at my parents' house, but I do have my full cross stitch cart here, As you can see, all my needle minders are on the front there, where I can just throw my needle up there and it'll stick. And I have all the little magnets that can go over the fabric around your hoop and hold your fabric in a little tighter so it's not loose. I have all of the little magnety things stuck to my cross stitch cart here, and this is where most of my supplies are at, including my DMC floss, which is in all of these little bins. I have 3 of them because I have yikes. I have every color of DMC floss. The struggle is real. I have the DMC floss chart. Let's see what they technically call it. DMC color card. It has every DMC floss color listed in there and shown. Whoop. Still going, still going, still going. Ta-da! As you can see, they're all in columns that have numbers at the top. That is the order in which I put them into the art bins. All 3 of these are the same kind of bin made by Art Bin, and the sections that go like this I can remove and move around. The ones that go like this are permanent in there. I forget exactly what the dimensions are on this. Made in the USA. Hey, that's a first. So let's see here. So about 14 inches by 9 inches. Something like that. With my quick measuring. I have them in here by the order that they are in the color chart. And as you can see, like the very first one, I have these little tabs that are meant for notebooks, and I put them on a bobbin and then numbered it, and that means that all those colors that are in column 1 are right here, column 2, etc., etc. And like I said, I have all the solid colors of DMC, so I had to organize them a specific way. And I have some of the variations and the sparkles and all of that of DMC. And then, whenever I'm about to run out of a color, I have listed in the project journal here behind the inventory tab. I'm organized. I have listed here all of my duplicate colors that I have already at home. So if it's not on this list, I have to go to the store. And as I use them, I just mark them off of the list. That's an easier way than having to search through all of your extras to see if you have that one number. So I have that, and if it's on that list, that means it's in this box. This box is a stationery box that I just used for the extra floss that I have. Some of them were duplicates from years and years ago, so they were already on bobbins. Those are at the bottom, as you can see. And then some of them are still on skeins, and that's where my back stock of DMC floss is. Thank you, Gina, for your question, and I'm always excited to show my organization skills because I feel like I'm a very organized person. Not as organized as some people can be, but I'm pretty organized. I like to know where it is and where I can find it if I'm looking for it. So, I have a viewer from Russia that submitted a lot of questions. Her name is Anastasia, which, guess what?
What?
Stacy is from the name Anastasia.
Oh.
Did you know that?
I do not know that. I don't see Stacy in there, but you know.
Anastasia. There's Stacy in the middle. I'm just saying. And when I was in French class in high school, we had to pick French names to be in that class, and that's what everyone would call you while you were in that class.
Mm-hmm.
And mine was Anastasia.
Anastasia?
Stacy is in there. So anyway, she submitted a few questions, and he's going to relay them.
Okay, first question. From what town or city are you from?
I am from the town that I still live in, pretty much, which is Asheville, North Carolina. We're in the mountains.
Yep.
And you are from, technically, California.
I was born in California.
But you've lived here for...
I grew up here. We moved here since I was 5.
So you're a local.
Yeah. Next question. Do you live with your family or alone?
I live with this guy.
Who?
I live with him, except for the leg. I've been living with Mom and Dad.
How old are you?
They give me the bed.
That's good.
and they sleep on the couch and a blow-up mattress, and I get the bed.
Yeah, that's a plus. She doesn't get the bed here. Just kidding. How old are you?
So this year in April, I turned the big 40, and 40 so far has not been very good to me. And you are?
I'm 39.
And how has 39 been for you?
Other than your stuff, it's been good.
Well, you had some stuff too.
Well, I mean,
But
it's part of life.
oh, I hope 2024 is better than this year.
I hope so too. So she's asking from your video, she understands that you're like a hairstylist. Are you, and do you like your job?
I am a hairstylist, although since the leg break, I haven't been able to work because it's all on your feet. But one very small good thing about that is, since not working with hair and having my hands in water and all of that stuff, I've been able to grow some awesome nails. But I do like doing hair. It's different every day. It's not monotonous where you're just doing the same things from 9 to 5. Although sometimes working constantly with other people, that can be challenging.
Yes. She stays busy. I even have to get on the schedule to get my hair done. I mean, look at it. Okay, next question. So, brought up a good point. She saw on your wall behind you in your room your nail polish. Says, do you also do manicures?
So here in North Carolina, whenever you get your cosmetology license, you also learn how to do nails. So I could do nails if I wanted to as a profession, but I don't.
Any hope for mine?
Yours are just really, really short. So in cosmetology, to get your license, we learn mostly hair, and then we learn nails, and we learn skin, like facials and waxing.
Okay. Maybe she's asking, how long have you been stitching?
Mm-hmm. So I started stitching when I was a teenager, like
45 years ago?
No. I started stitching, well, my mom did some cross stitch, not a lot, but a little bit. And my sister did some, and she's picked it back up now also. And I actually have here the very first cross stitch that I did. I think this was the very first one that I ever did. Can you see it very good? You want to put it up close to the video for me so they can see it very good? So in the mid and late 90s, I would say, in the 90s, carousel horses were very popular. So I think that this was the first cross stitch I ever completed.
Surprised you don't have it framed or anything.
No, I don't know. I think if I had ever had kids, maybe, and it was a girl, this would be good for a kid's room.
Yeah. Right, so asking how many kids are in your reserve?
I don't know, there's that many. Too many. I have no idea. There's at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10.
Oh, we can count to 10. Yes.
Hush. There's at least 10 that I have not started yet. At least. 11, 12. As I start thinking about it, there's many more.
Stashed away.
Still waiting to be started.
What item kits do you prefer?
I like the Dimensions brand. Everything comes with it. There is a lot of detail in those though. Most of them are full coverage, and they do have a lot of back stitching, sometimes beads and little things like that. But in the big scheme of things, to have all your supplies together in one kit, they're fairly cheap.
That's good. Kind of makes it an inexpensive hobby.
Yes, especially compared to your hobbies, which are motorcycles, cars, creating an armory, All these little camping gear things. That stuff's expensive. Camping stuff.
And racing.
Well, that's the cars.
Yeah. But you can do cars and racing. That's two different hobbies. Two different expensive hobbies. Yes. What hobby do you have else besides cross stitching?
So
Bugging me.
Ongoing hobby. I'm not a bug.
No, you're not.
I like to do things. I mean, I do all kinds of different crafty things like knitting and crochet and all of that, and you'll see that in my videos. But I also like to have activities as hobbies, like well, I haven't been to the movies a lot, but you know,
Yeah.
we've been axe throwing and we've been on weekend trips, and I like to go to restaurants and eat all the good foods.
Yeah, that's part of the fun of traveling, is trying the local restaurants.
So, I mean, I don't really have the comfort in life to be able to go on big vacations all the time, but I would say that small travels is a hobby.
Yeah, I would say that. Thank you, Anastasia, for your questions.
Yes, that was a lot of questions.
Yes, it was. They're good questions.
Sylvia asked me on Instagram. She's been following me for a while, and I'm very grateful, and she's stuck with me for years now. And she asked me on Instagram if I'm still doing the acrylic pour paintings. No, I am not. Not because I don't want to or any other reason. It's just that I don't know. I feel like they are really fun to do, and it is a fun project to do for sure. But once I make something, where am I going to put it in my house? Whenever I complete a cross stitch, whenever I complete a painting, that sound is the boyfriend. He is finishing the front porch and the steps on the house. So he's outside doing that as I'm making this video. Please ignore that sound. After I do all of these projects, I put them on the wall, and I have minimal space on my walls. I mean, I have a guest bedroom that has a lot of wall space, but as far as the living room, you're pretty much looking at it. And there's a big window over here, so no wall space. There's a half wall here, so no wall space, and there's no wall here. So you're pretty much looking at the display area that I have in the living room. And in the display area, I have the acrylic pours that I did in the videos a few years ago. I had 3 videos with 2 different methods of acrylic pour on each one, and I will link those in the thing below. But I'm going to show those to you a little bit closer to the camera so that you can see them. You're just going to have to bear with me, because as of right now, this is my horse, and just walking around and standing here is actually fairly tiring. So bear with me, I will speed things up so you don't have to watch me hobble around, but I'm gonna show those to you right now. This one, I had squirted some paint on the canvas, and then I think I had a plastic bag or something like that, and I had put the plastic bag on here and then picked it up like that, and it made the kind of burst look. It almost looks like a lily flower or something like that, but that's the method for that one. This one, I just tilted the canvas and poured the paint down it, and it flowed like that. So I had different colors in a I think it was a glass measuring cup, and I poured it on here, and then it flowed, and it made this kind of like a stone look. And this one, I had done different colors over here than over here, and I had taken a piece, I actually think that it was a cereal box, but I had taken a piece of cardboard and I put it here on this line, and I drug the paint like that with the cardboard. Same thing over here, I put it on the line and I drug the paint with the cardboard like that. So that's how those three turned out. Okay, and then here are the other three. This one is probably my favorite one, and it was, I feel like, the fastest one. So basically, I had a cup with all the different colors in it, and I had put the cup there and set it like this, and then just pulled the cup up, and it spread like this. So that one is my favorite one. And this one I did with string. It was supposed to be more of a feather, like you can see a slight hint of color down here, but it was supposed to have color completely like that. But every single one of these was my first time doing it, so I think that's pretty good for first time. But what I did was I laid the string folded in half like that, and then I picked it up and I pulled the edges of each string sideways, and it made that. So lastly is this one, and this one was probably the easiest. Well, I said that this one was the easiest, but I think that this one was the easiest. Sorry about that. What I did was I had black painted on there already, and then I put some more black on there for the flow, and all these different colors of lines and stuff on there for the flow, and then I took a straw and I just blew air across it and made it into what I wanted it to look like. So there's all 6, and now I'm gonna put this one back up. Thank you so much, Sylvia, for following me for all these years and sticking with me and asking for that question. All right, we have reached almost the end of this special 100th episode of Sassy Staci Noel videos, and I just wanted to thank all of you for watching me over the years. I do these videos basically just for fun and to show what I'm up to, and maybe to help some other crafters see how I do my crafts. Not all of them are cross stitch. I mean, cross stitch is a big, probably the #1 thing that I do, but I do a lot of little things too. And cross stitch is just the huge one. So thank you for watching me over the years. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for ringing the little bell down there to be notified of when I post a video. And also thank you for sticking with me through this whole leg debacle. And I really do appreciate it. And I just wanted to let everybody know that. One of the things I wanted to do to kind of celebrate this 100th video is I started the 100 Days of HAED, HAED, Heaven and Earth Designs, 100 Days of Heaven and Earth Designs Challenge. And what this is basically is Heaven and Earth Designs are all full coverage, huge projects, and I've already started one. It was, and I've shown it many a times, it was the Heart and Soul girl with the pink flowers and the lion. That's a Heaven and Earth Designs, but I started a new Heaven and Earth design by the same artist, Josephine Wall, to do this challenge for. It's called Daughter of the Deep. It is a mini, which means that it is smaller than most Heaven and Earth designs, but believe me, it's still huge. This one has 257 by 324 stitches. So however many stitches that is, I can't do that kind of math in my brain. I'm good at math, but I can't do that kind of math. Anyway, this was the project that I'm using for the 100 Days of HAED challenge. And I am currently on day 14. I put this Q-Snap frame, it's not the Q-Snap brand, it's a different brand, which makes it actually extremely tight to get around the fabric. Therefore, I am not going to move the frame around while I stitch. I'm just going to stitch everything that's inside this frame, and then I'm going to take off the frame and do the edges that were not included in here. So this is 14 days of the 100 days completed here on Mini Daughter of the Deep by Heaven and Earth Designs. Hopefully, with the amount that I'm doing each day, I will have this cross stitch done in the 100 days. So after this challenge is done, hopefully this will be done. Which makes it actually about 830 something stitches per day, which takes me about 6 hours, depending. So I'm trying to do about 800 and something stitches each day that I take part in that project. Also, to celebrate the 100th video for Sassy Staci Noel, I have compiled a very short video of 100 different projects that I have completed. This can be anything from, of course, cross stitch to mosaic candles to pencil drawings that I have done in the past, or paintings. There's a couple of paint by number in there. Just different things, crochet, knitting, all types of different crafts, as well as artwork. So please enjoy this video of 100 projects of Sassy Staci. Thank you for being on my 100th video
You're welcome.
as a special guest.
Emphasis on the special.
I hope people get your jokes. Oh my goodness.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best. Please continue to watch me, and I will post some more videos now that my leg is feeling a little bit better. And congratulations on your 100th video.